Welcome back to my channel. I am Sigourney Rosario, where I encourage individuals to boss up in their business, self-love, and their faith. Welcome back. I just wanted to talk about purpose, dreams, aspirations, side hustles, businesses, all of that stuff. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let's go ahead and hop into the video. There is something that you offer the world that only you can do, and you may have 10 million people that do it. You may have, I can't even count how many YouTubers there are, but there's nobody like me. And sometimes we can feel, myself included, can feel like, oh, if it's already done, then why would I do it? And God's just been showing me, like, I still want you to do it. And while I'm researching like stationery and going through this whole little research phase, I'm just seeing a lot of good stationery out there, and a little part of me is like, why would I launch something that is already oversaturated? We hear that terminology a lot in, you know, the business world, is oversaturation. And basically what that means is there's already 10 million people or 100 million people, a lot of people doing the same thing that you're trying to do in your industry. And if I allowed that to stop me, oh my goodness, I would have never launched anything. I would have never written a book. I would have never started YouTube, because I would have always felt like, hey, the industry is already jam-packed. Where do I fit? So I had to remind myself, okay, you know what? You got this. You got this. Even though there may be a pen that may be similar to yours, your story, your journey, your personality is what's going to make the difference. And so if you are kind of debating on starting your side hustle, starting your YouTube career, starting you know, your business this year, I'm just going to tell you, as an encourager, as someone who has to encourage myself very often, to do it. Despite whatever the industry is, despite who else is doing it, can't nobody do it like you do it. Period. Period. Like, that's the type of mindset you got to have. Like, okay, there's a whole bunch of YouTubers, but there's nobody like me. There's nobody that brings what I bring to the table. And that type of confidence, that type of energy is really just gonna shift the mood and shift, you know, how you are perceived by others. And so I just want to encourage you to go ahead and start the business, start the YouTube, start whatever God is calling you to do, and make sure that you include Him in your plan. There is something that you have been through that I need to hear about, that the world needs to hear about. And for those who are working 9-to-5 jobs, sometimes we can get so caught up in our job that we can forget that, hey, I have a purpose outside of my job. Maybe I need to be producing something on the side to where I can have a different stream of income. Maybe I need to be doing something on the side to where I am allowed to be creative. And that's kind of like my case as well. Like, y'all know my story and where I come from and what I do. And so I love business. I love side hustles, and I love talking about it. And so I just feel like, you know, even if you are working a 9-to-5 job, find something that you can do that you cannot be fired from. Tony Gaskins says that very often in his videos. But find something that you cannot be fired from. Find something to where when you leave this earth, the world knew that you existed. So if you've been through something that a lot of people haven't been through, tell your story about it. And you never know how many people it may help. Like for me, when I talked about my mom's death, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do it. I told Jesus, get somebody else, because it's not about to be me. It's not about to be me. And God was like, no, it's gonna be you. No, you thought it's gonna be you. That was so difficult for me to talk about and for me to write a book about. But I had like numerous people reach out to me. Thank you so much for writing this book. My daddy was like, oh yeah, you did that. I was like, what? Not you. My daddy he don't be giving out too many compliments, so I'll take it. Like, once we get over ourselves and once we get over the fear of starting, like, you will literally be okay. And I had to tell myself, like, you will be okay. And when you take that first leap of faith and you get over that fear the first time, every single time it gets a little bit more easier. But it's still gonna be fear. It's still gonna be, hey, what if this fails? Literally, still launch it, still do it, still be obedient to the word, because you never know what blessing is on the other side of it. I heard recently in another video, he said that when he first launched his book, it wasn't like successful, but then after time it grew successful. And so even though it may not be successful right now for whatever you're launching, learn from it, grow from it, do better. And again, you may see the profit of it 10 years from now. You may see the profit of it 20 years from now. But at the end of the day, you did it. You took a risk and you follow God, and God is going to bless it. I had to learn how to get over myself. And I think we think it's about us. So if I launch this, if I do this, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. I don't have the time to do it. And God just been showing me, like, get over yourself. Like, even with me recording this video, I wasn't really feeling in the mood of recording a video. I'm just coming back from doing a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to, you know, relax. I wanted to chill. And I was like, you know what? I need to go ahead and record this video and get this out, because this has been on my spirit. Like, use 2023 to start the business. Use 2023 to get over yourself. Use 2023 to figure out that purpose, that dream, that calling that God has told you to do. Even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, there is nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job, but there is something inside of you that God told you to create. And literally use whatever gifts you have. Everybody has a gift. Everybody is created to do something. And whatever gift you have, use the gift. Use the gift. Because one thing I know, if you don't do it, somebody else will. If you don't start it, somebody else will. Somebody has been through the same thing you've been through and have turned it around and been able to help people buy it. Like, there are so many, like, amazing businesses out there. It just blows my mind. Like, stuff I would never even think of. And again, they use their, you know, creative juices to come up with something that is serving others. And it does not matter what you feel like is inadequate. It does not matter what you feel like is, you know, not good enough. God can use you in whatever manner he would like for you to be used. And I'll give you some examples. Like, if you're good at planting, you know how many people can't plant. I ain't saying no names, Sigourney, but you know how many people can't keep a plant alive to save their life. Look, if I had the gift of being good with plants, let me show you how you can turn it into a business plan. The first thing that you will be able to do is obviously maybe start a business, and you will be able to sell like pottery. You'll be able to even sell plants. You can sell like different things, maybe online, through Etsy, through your website, and you can just ship it off to people. That's the first step, right? Okay, bam. The second thing you can do is open up a storefront. Open up a storefront, people can come in. And I talked about this a long time ago, but when I was in Cali, there was these two black girls who started basically, what's it called? Black Girl Greenhouse. And basically it's a storefront to where you can come in by two black girls in Oakland, California. Make sure y'all check them out. You can walk in and you can get your plants. They have a coffee, they have smoothies, they have shirts, they have black art. It is just amazing. Start your storefront. After that, okay, bam, you can start a course on how to literally grow plants. Teach me how to keep these plants alive. Go over the different soil, go over the different water types, and what I need to do for this plant and that plant, and how much sun they need, and the different seeds. Go over all of that. Okay, that's the third step. The fourth step is you can do in-person events to where you are literally teaching people how to plant. You are literally teaching people how to do this, how to do that. You did too much water. You did too much water. See, you're doing too much. You know what I mean? You can do in-person events. Okay, bam. After you do that, next you can do a book. You can do a book about how to, you know, water the plants and do this and how to do that. Like, literally, it seems like it's just a small gift, but every single gift has layers to it. There's layers to this. You understand what I'm saying? It's layers to this. Don't believe that what you have is inadequate, but instead multiply it in your mind. Like, get past your limits. Think literally, how can this grow? How can this develop? And think of how you can tie on different streams of income along with your gift. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. That's pretty much the jazz of what I wanted to say. I just wanted to encourage you to step out on faith this year. Use your gifts this year. Do whatever God has told you to do. Walk in obedience. Don't allow fear to stop you. Don't allow comparison to stop you because you feel like you're not doing it how this person does it. Look, add your own little sauce. And whatever you do, add your own little boom, boom, boom. So whatever you do, and even if you are working a 9-to-5 job, I hope I'm not making it come across that you have to start a business. I just feel like in some shape or form, you should be serving the world outside of your job, and however that may look. If you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, okay, that's good that you serve in that manner, but why not write a book about, okay, how can you pass your test to become a nurse? Okay, how can you what type of scrub should you be wearing in this work environment? You can do a podcast and you can talk about the different aspects of being a nurse. You can help people who are striving to become a nurse. You can give insight videos, YouTube videos on your day in the life as a nurse. So just think of outside sources of income that you can do from whatever you are already doing. Use them gifts, use them all up. And literally, I was listening to Miles Monroe one day, and he said the grave is the most expensive place. And what he meant by that is, in the grave, when people die, there were so many movies that were never produced. There were so many books that never got written. There were so many YouTube videos that never got posted. Well, he didn't say YouTube video. I just added that in there. But essentially what he was saying was, there were so many things that were never produced because people did not act on what they should have acted on while they were living. And whoo, when he said that, I said, look at here, Jesus. Look here, Jesus. I'm trying to get used up. You feel me? When I die, I literally want to be used up. I want God to get all the gifts. Get them all. Get them all out of me. Get them all out of me. And what I realize is that when I get one gift, I see like 2 or 3 other attached to that one gift. But you just got to take that first leap. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself and know yourself. You feel me? And spend some time alone and ask God, what do you want me to do while I'm living? Don't just work a 9-to-5 job and go home and watch TV. We got plans, we got goals, we got aspirations. The world is needing you, and you sleeping on yourself. Ooh, whoo! I had somebody tell me that actually I had mentored by like a millionaire, and he told me that. He was like, you sleeping on yourself. I said, oh, not me sleeping. Am I not me sleeping on myself? Let me wake up, Jesus. Let me wake up. When he told me that, when I tell you that hit my spirit, baby, that thing hit my spirit. I mean, tore me up. So do not sleep on yourself. Believe in yourself and just know that what you have is good enough. All right. I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.